Have you ever pondered about why most people end up marrying the wrong person? Let's take a moment to delve into this conundrum that plagues our society. Hi, my name is Jill, and thanks for joining us on Brainwave Breakdown. Let's begin. Choosing the wrong mate is not a solitary issue, but rather a widespread phenomenon that is far more common than we'd like to admit. You see, the institution of marriage is a complicated one. It's a sacred bond, an agreement to share your life with another, to intertwine your fates. But oh, how often do we hear the echo of dissatisfaction, the murmurs of regret, the whispers of, "I wish I knew better." Let's consider the facts, shall we? It's estimated that nearly 50% of all marriages in some parts of the world end in divorce. That's right. Every second couple walking down the aisle might just be signing up for a future separation, and that's not even counting the marriages that remain intact, but are riddled with unhappiness and dissatisfaction. Isn't it a staggering thought? The very institution designed to bring people together, to foster love and companionship, often ends up doing the exact opposite. The gravity of this problem is immense. We are talking about people's lives here, their happiness, their peace of mind. And yet, we are failing as a society to equip them with the tools to make the right decision when it comes to choosing their life partner. But why does this happen? Why do so many of us end up with the wrong person, bound by the vows of a marriage that feels more like a trap than a union of love? Could it be that we are rushing into it, blinded by the glitter of the wedding day, only to find ourselves stuck in a reality that doesn't quite match the dream? It seems like a real puzzle, doesn't it? But don't worry, we are about to decode it. Stay tuned as we take a closer look at the root causes, the red flags, and how to avoid falling into this common marital trap. Because, believe it or not, there is a way out of the marriage conundrum. So, what could be the root causes of this widespread issue? Let's delve into this complex question. The causes of marrying the wrong person are as varied as the people involved, yet there are some common themes that frequently emerge. One of these is societal pressure. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to believe that marriage is a natural step in the course of life, something that should happen, almost as inevitable as growing older. This belief, often reinforced by societal norms and expectations, can lead individuals to rush into a marriage without fully considering if it's the right decision for them. Then, there's the fear of loneliness, a potent motivator that can push people towards marriage, even when they're not entirely sure it's right. The idea of facing life alone can be daunting, and marriage can seem like a comforting solution. However, the fear of solitude should never be the driving force behind such a monumental decision. Another significant cause is the idealization of marriage. Our culture often paints a picture of marital bliss that can be hard to resist. Movies, books, and social media posts present us with rose-tinted views of marriage, making it seem like a panacea for all life's troubles. But reality is often more complex, and expecting a fairy tale can set us up for disappointment. Lastly, rushing into commitments is a frequent pitfall. In the whirlwind of romance, it's easy to make hasty decisions. The exhilaration of love can cloud our judgment, making us overlook potential issues or conflicts. It's crucial to remember that true love is not just about passion, but also compatibility, understanding, and mutual respect. These are only a few of the potential root causes. Each person's situation is unique, and there may be other factors at play. But by identifying and understanding these common culprits, we can start to guard against them. It's about being aware, taking time, and making conscious decisions rather than being swept along by societal expectations or personal fears. Understanding these causes can help us take the first step towards avoiding the wrong match. Now, let's discuss the warning signs or red flags that might indicate you're heading towards a wrong marriage. Picture this. You're in a relationship where disagreements are more frequent than agreements. It's like a tennis match, but instead of exchanging volleys, you're trading barbs. It's a sign, a big red flag, that you're not on the same wavelength. If you're constantly butting heads over trivial matters, imagine what'll happen when confronted with life's bigger challenges. Next on the list, lack of respect. Love is the foundation of any relationship, but respect is the glue that holds it together. If your partner belittles your opinions, disregards your feelings, or treats you as inferior, it's a glaring red flag. Respect is a two-way street, and a relationship without it is like a ship without a rudder, aimlessly drifting and destined to sink. Then, there's the elephant in the room, the future. If your partner shies away from discussing plans for the future, it might seem harmless at first. But over time, it may reveal a lack of commitment or fear of settling down. This avoidance is a red flag fluttering in the wind, signaling that you may not be on the same path towards a shared future. Lastly, let's talk about your feelings. If you often feel unhappy, drained, or emotionally exhausted in your relationship, it's a red flag that's hard to ignore. Relationships should empower us, give us strength, and add to our happiness. If it's doing the opposite, it's time to ask yourself, is this really the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? These red flags may seem daunting, but they're not there to scare us. They're signals, warnings to help us navigate the complex maze of love and relationships. By recognizing these signs early, we can make informed decisions about our relationships and ultimately about our future. Recognizing these red flags early can save you from a lifetime of regret. So, how can we navigate this complex world of love and avoid falling into the trap of a wrong marriage? Let's delve into some strategies that can help us steer clear of this labyrinth. One of the most fundamental strategies is understanding your partner. Love isn't just about roses and candlelight dinners. It's about knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, dreams and fears, quirks and pet peeves. It's about seeing the person beneath the surface and accepting them for who they truly are. Now, this understanding doesn't come overnight. It takes time and patience. And that's our second strategy, taking your time. There's a common saying, marry in haste, repent at leisure. It's crucial to take your time to know your partner, to understand how you both fit together in the grand scheme of life. Then, there are those red flags we talked about before. Ignoring them is like walking into a minefield with a blindfold on. If something doesn't feel right, don't brush it off. Investigate it, talk about it, and if necessary, seek professional help. Which brings us to our next strategy. Don't hesitate to seek help. Relationships aren't always smooth sailing, and it's okay to seek guidance when the waters get rough. A professional can provide an objective perspective, helping you navigate through your concerns. Finally, communication. It's the lifeline of any relationship. It's through communication that you build understanding, resolve conflicts, and express your love. Healthy communication fosters respect and trust, two of the most vital elements of a successful marriage. It's essential to remember that every relationship is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. It's a journey of exploration, of understanding, of growth. It's about finding the right balance between two individuals who are ready to share their lives and dreams. Remember, there's no rush when it comes to lifelong commitments. Marriage is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making the right choice, not the fastest one. So take your time, understand your partner, look out for those red flags, seek help when needed, and keep the lines of communication wide open. It's not all gloom and doom, though. Let's talk about how to embrace the right match when it comes along. Now, we've already delved into the pitfalls and the warning signs, but what about the flip side of the coin? What are the signs of a healthy relationship, and how can we nurture it? Firstly, a healthy relationship blooms on the foundation of mutual respect. This is not just about holding the other person in high regard, but also about respecting their personal space, their individuality, and their right to have and express differing viewpoints. Secondly, shared values are the compass that guide the relationship. These could range from beliefs about lifestyle choices to views on family, career aspirations, or even attitudes towards money. Shared values foster unity and direction, and they help in navigating the stormier seas of life. Now let's talk about effective communication. This is the lifeblood of any relationship. It's not just about talking, but more importantly, it's about listening, understanding, and responding. It's about being open and honest, even when the truth is uncomfortable. And it's about expressing needs and feelings without resorting to blame or criticism. And lastly, the ability to resolve conflicts positively is a hallmark of a healthy relationship. Conflicts are inevitable, but it's how we handle them that matters. It's about attacking the problem, not the person. It's about finding a solution that respects both parties' needs and perspectives. Each of these elements is a thread that, when woven together, creates a strong, resilient fabric that is your relationship. And remember, it's a continuous process. Relationships are like gardens. They need constant care and attention to flourish. So how do you embrace the right match? By being aware of these signs and working towards nurturing them. By understanding that a good relationship isn't just about finding the right person, but also about being the right person. Finding the right person might be a journey, but it's definitely one worth embarking on. Because, at the end of the day, a meaningful relationship is not just about being happy, but also about growing and evolving together. So, what have we learned today? We've delved into the perplexing puzzle of marriage, shedding light on the prevalent issue of people tying the knot with the wrong partner. It's a widespread problem, rooted in a myriad of causes. We've talked about the deceptively rosy lenses of infatuation, the societal pressures, and the fear of being alone that often leads us down the path of regrettable decisions. We've also highlighted the red flags to watch out for, the signs that signal we might be heading towards a marital misstep. But we didn't stop there. We've shared strategies to help navigate this complicated journey, to sidestep the pitfalls and traps that can lead us astray. And finally, we've celebrated the prospect of finding the right match, the person who complements us, understands us, and walks alongside us in this journey of life. In the end, remember, marriage is a choice. Make it the right one. We hope you enjoyed today's content. If so, please click the like and subscribe buttons so you can easily see when we add new topics to Brainwave Breakdown. Have an awesome day!